hazard mitigation plan is a collaborative process where we get lots of stakeholders together in California that are really looking at the different ways that we can reduce risks in California, but also minimize the effects that disasters do have in our state. So we realize that natural disasters and human-caused hazards are a fact of life here for us in this state, but it's very important for us to learn from past events and also look forward to the future on how we can actually lessen the impacts of those, both to lives, things like injuries, as well as the buildings and environment here in California. So the mitigation plan is the place where all that comes together.
California, one of only 10 states in the country that have achieved enhanced plan status, and what that means is our planning process and our administration of the mitigation program is at such a level it entitles us to receive additional FEMA funds after a disaster occurs, in which we can use to mitigate the hazards and risks from those same damages that were caused by that recent event. So that has resulted in California receiving an additional $9 million in federal grant funds for mitigation in the last 3 years.
Keeps us prepared by articulating the known hazards, and then it focuses our attention on what are the hazards in California, so that we not only plan to those hazards, but it points out what are the investments that we can make to mitigate those hazards. So once we know the hazards, we can identify the gaps in the mitigation strategies that we have, and that, in real terms, you're talking about protecting lives and property and reducing the consequences of a catastrophic event. In California, we all know we have a very good likelihood that there'll be a catastrophic earthquake. We have a very strong likelihood that there'll be catastrophic fires. So the people that will be affected by those need to know those hazards, need to have a plan to reduce their vulnerability to those hazards.